Okay, I'm gonna record for assignment 702, the point and ellipse. So essentially, I have firstly 3 classes, so war, peace, random number generator from last time, and then we have point and ellipse. But after that, we also have box maker, compute, overlap of ellipses, random point generator, in ellipse, find distance. So because of essentially what I'm doing is it's the main is within computer overlap. So essentially we're gonna overlap by creating our box first and foremost. So essentially within box maker we have our min max, and then we're gonna add by whatever is the longer or smaller axis. And so essentially what ends up happening is that we get the minimum points here, and then we're subtracting them by the axis, and that gives us basically our top, bottom, left, and right, and that gets our boxes. So once we've made our box, we now can go ahead and get our rectangle going, so we can get the area of the rectangle, which we do by multiplying, and then we're gonna create our hit. So this is gonna be our accumulator here. And essentially what's going to happen is that we're going to go in I in the range of 20, we're going to go we're going to create our random x within rand point generator, which is just going to go through war and peace, and it's just going to create the random numbers that we made. And then if x is greater than the x of rectangle and y is greater than y of rectangle, meaning it's greater than the actual rectangle that we've made, we're just going to recall random point generate. But when we don't, we're going to return xy. And so it's going to return xy here. We're going to go through A, we're going to go through B by finding the distance. So we find the distance by using the distance equation. So x squared minus x1 squared, and then y squared minus y1 squared. And then we're going to go ahead and add them together, and then we're going to create the square root by taking the square of 1/2. And we're going to go ahead and return the distance. And once we find the distance, we're going to go ahead and make sure that if in ellipse. So we're going to make sure that if it's make sure that it's actually within the ellipses. So if a plus b is less than or equal to w, that means that we're in the ellipse, and so we can return true. That implies that we've hit. So that means, that means that we're going to accumulate by 1, and then we're going to return a prime after we've done with the loop. And this is basically our main accept and reject loop right here.